Hi everyone, welcome to our series of Amazon certification. As you know, in the last lecture we studied about the security groups and we did the hands-on by creating a security group and editing the rules. In this we will go a little bit deep in the security group as it's one of the most important topic. So security groups act as a firewall on our EC2 instances. It protect our EC2 instances from unauthorized access and give us freedom to configure the rules according to our requirement and save our EC2 machines from any unauthorized access. They regulate access to the ports. So if you have seen, like in the last lecture, we configure access, inbound access only on port 22, and then we deleted it. Then we were not able to SSH our machine. So we can configure which port need to be accessed from the outside world or from other EC2 instances on a particular EC2 instances. By default, all the ports are blocked. When you create a EC2 instance, only to, port number 22, which is SSH port, is by default accessible, and all other ports are blocked till the time you don't manipulate or configure the security groups. Authorize IP ranges. I provide access for IPv4 and IPv6, so we can configure rules from which IP this machine could be accessed or which machine could be accessed from which other machine could be accessed from your EC2 instances on the basis of IPv4 and also support IPv6. Control of inbound network from or control of outbound network. What you mean by that? If you have a EC2 machine which have security groups, so you can control all the inbound traffic coming to this machine from outside world or from another EC2 instance. So by default, as I told you, only one port is allowed, 22, and other you need to configure. Control the outbound network. So what it means? It means by default, all the outbound traffic from your machine is allowed to reach another machine. What it means? It means that all the services from this machine, that this machine can access all the other services available on the internet or can connect to other EC2 instance if there is a outbound network rule is defined. So I prepare a diagram for you to make it easier for you to understand the security groups. So this is our EC2 instance with a particular IP address. So there is an inbound rule that filters IP and the port connection to for inbound traffic for this particular EC2 instance. So if there is a computer with IP XX and which is authorized in our inbound security group, so that machine can access our EC2 instance. But on another hand, if we created another, there is another computer which IP address we have not defined in the inbound transfer rule for port 22, our SSH port. So this computer cannot access our EC2 instance by SSH service. So in similar way, if we configure a web server and we need to make it available for the entire world, we need to put 000 as I did in the last lecture in the IP defined to connect this service, or if you configure a particular service that need to be connected only from another EC2 instance or from a particular network, so you can define only that particular IP and port in the inbound rule. As I told you a few minutes back, by default all the outbound traffic from a EC2 machine is allowed, and this machine can connect anything on the internet. Like if you want to open Google web page on your EC2 machine, by default is allowed, but you can also restrict that traffic according to your requirement by configuring the outbound uh, rule in the security group by configuring IP and the port. There are some important things that you need to remember about the security groups. So one security group that you configured could be attached to multiple instances. So if you need redundant instances of a particular service and all need to follow the same security parameters, so you need not to configure security group for every single machine. What you can do, you can configure the same security group and can attach to the multiple machine. All the security groups that you configure are locked down to a particular region or VPC. We are going to discuss VPC, which is related to the Amazon networks in the coming lectures. But what I want to say that if you created the EC2 machine in a particular region and attach a security group with it, but if you are changing the region or changing the network, you need to configure another security group, because a security group is only attached or applied to a particular region. All the traffic security groups are not inside the EC2 machine, it's outside the EC2 instance. So all the traffic which is blocked, your EC2 machine will not even come to know, because it's already blocked outside the machine. So if there is an application hosted, it's not blocked by internal firewall of EC2, it's blocked outside the outside the machine by the security groups which lay outside, completely outside region of the EC2. It's good to maintain one separate security group for SSH access. It is my personal recommendation to create a spatial security group only for SSH access, because we need to access our machine all the time and we don't want to mash up with the SSH access. So what you can do, you can create one security group especially for port 22, and you can create separate security groups for different other services according to a requirement and can attach to the same EC2 instance. So just for an example, if you are accessing your application or your EC2 instance, like what we did in the last lecture, and if it is giving a timeout, so what you need to do, you need to troubleshoot the security group because the traffic is not able to reach to your EC2 instance. But on the other hand, if you are getting a connection refuse error on your service, which is hosted on an EC2 instance, that means the application is down. That's why the connection refuse error is coming. Connection refuse error only comes when the traffic is able to reach to the EC2 instance, but the service hosted on that particular port is not able to reply to the request. So these are the two different scenarios where you can find the issue is with the security group, or the issue is with your application or the service hosted on a particular port. So by default, all the inbound traffic is blocked in the security group. Only one which is allowed is on port 22, because that is needed to access the machine over SSH. And by default, all the outbound traffic is authorized from the machine, that you can connect any internet IP or any other EC2 instance from that particular machine. That's the outbound traffic. So there is another reference diagram for the security group. So it is quite interesting. If you see, there is a EC2 instance and there is a security group inbound, but you can authorize a complete security group under your security group. It feels quite confusing, but I'm going to explain in the best possible way. So imagine you created a security group and you authorized to another security group under this security group. So what you did, you created an EC2 machine and attached the security group 1 with this EC2 instance. So by default, you can access our EC2 instance from this EC2 machine, because the security group attached to this EC2 machine have authorized by the security group of our first EC2 machine. In similar way, I attach the security group 2 with my new EC2 machine, and it can also access our old EC2 machine with the new EC2 machine, because it comes under the authorization security group 2. Now we connected another security group 3 and assigned to my machine a new machine, but it is not under the authorization rules of the inbound security groups. So what will happen? This machine will not have access to our old EC2 instance. So by like this, you can authorize completely security groups under a particular security groups, and your different EC2 machines can communicate between each other. So if you have a particular network where you have multiple application servers or database servers which need to be communicate between each other, you need to use these kind of security group. We will do hands-on in the future, but for now, that's enough. See you in the next lecture. Please like and subscribe.